but I pulled up to a show in the back of a boat and played Baby Shark, and it was like standing ovation. Like moms was throwing at me, you know what I'm saying? It was felt like a rock star, bro. Like I was like, yo, some of you moms is actually kind of hot out there too. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this Baby Shark thing again.
Welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host, G, and today we got Adam.
Yo.
And James.
Being antisocial today.
So with that being said, as usual, on your way, make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Make sure to support. Make sure to let your peoples know about us. Help us grow this brand, help us grow this community. Also, check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description Podcast on YouTube. And beyond that, I do have a little bit of update, and I just want to say this real quick. I told you from the last podcast I was going to tell you about the Wisdom app, and it looks like with the Wisdom app, I don't know if we're going to be on there anymore because it seems like unless you're one of the higher creators, you're not able to do any more live streaming. So if you came over here from the Wisdom app, I'm probably going to leave. So if you want to just keep hearing if you want to keep hearing from me and hearing from the people on the podcast, make sure to come over here and you can check us out either on YouTube or Rumble. And also shout out to y'all on Rumble because I be seeing y'all checking us out on there. So I want to shout out to y'all and thank y'all for supporting us on there. And beyond that, let's go ahead and get started.
For those of us who don't know what wisdom is, just what is wisdom for the audience?
Wisdom is like a live stream audio podcast in a way. So it's basically a live streaming app, but it's just audio only. There's no video.
Gotcha. And the audience got you too.
Yep.
Shout out to the People's Champ.
The People's Champ.
Yep. If you want to see a People's Champ, you probably got to move over here too. So give me a sec while I blow my nose. So we got a very...
It's you pause or play.
Yeah. Yes. Because
I'm sorry.
It is rude to the audience.
It's rude to the audience.
It's rude to the audience. Or I should say the listener. Audience listener. Rude.
Are you gonna pause it too when you gotta like fart? You hey, I gotta go back. Guess.
Put it like this: if I do, you ain't gonna know about it.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, it seemed like we got a banger of a crew today. We got Jay just kind of antisocial today, so we'll see what we got him. Adam's over here sick.
It's not my fault. It's the weather. It's Hilary's fault.
And me, I'm dealing with severe allergies. So you're dealing with like the true low energy pro sick crew. Not only that, Adam was asking me off the podcast, and I said we'll get into it because I'm not sure if you know, but we're supposed to be having a hurricane over here if you're over here in California. So I guess that's what you're talking about, Adam.
Yeah, because we're supposed to be getting some of it here in Nevada because of the trajectory, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the same. I know we're going to get we've been getting some of it. It's been raining Friday, Saturday, and it's supposed to be thundering today as well.
Yeah, well, from the news, it was supposed to be here yesterday, but I guess it's still down in Mexico, coming up to San Diego, and from what I just heard, they just downgraded it to a tropic storm. A tropic storm. They just downgraded to a tropic storm. So
what was it before?
Well, they were saying it was going to be a full blown hurricane. Well, it was getting mixed. So some news networks said it's just going to be a tropic storm. Some of them were saying it's going to be full blown hurricane. Some are saying it's going to be like hurricane with tornadoes. Some places have said it's a tropical storm, but it could be upgraded. So kind of been all over the place. And again,
what up news are you watching, bro? Because that's not what they said.
Well, just different news networks. I looked it up two days ago. It was just different ones.
Just stop dating around in your newscasters and just watch us, because your information is all fucked up.
Go ahead.
It was a level 2 hurricane
Okay.
over in Mexico.
Yes.
It was stated by the time it touched Baja, it'd probably be a level 1. Problem
Oh.
hurricanes ever come up the West Coast is because the water's too damn cold. So the fact that it's been hot lately, yeah, hurricanes trying to make its way up here. But by the time it really got into like LA, it should be downgraded to a tropical storm or a tropical depression. Now, that being said, when it gets towards Nevada and the desert and it's all fucking dry heat, they said it may do some damage over there, but for the
Mm.
most part, it should be 40-mile-an-hour winds and some rain, which obviously is already here because in the Inland Empire, it's been raining since like 3 o'clock in the morning.
We
Okay.
had rain all day yesterday. It
Yeah,
like it did not stop. It was times when it was like really hard, and then there was times where it was just like, oh, like it's raining. But
No.
yeah,
yeah,
it didn't stop until like early AM.
Yeah. No.
yeah, because
Yesterday for us, it was just overcast. I mean, there was a
yeah,
little bit of sprinkling.
because the difference between us and G is from IE to Nevada, it's a corridor. So basically, we come up the same freeway. So literally, it's a straight shot from here to where you're at. So yeah, the rain that you're seeing is so basically that's gonna come pretty next. But G is a little bit off the beaten path over there, but Egypt. So I mean, he just got an earthquake, so I guess that's cool.
Oh, you guys
Yep.
got an earthquake?
Yeah, we just got an earthquake.
Damn, what was it, like a small one or a
Yeah, it wasn't that
mid-size?
big. It wasn't that big.
5.6.
Yeah, but we didn't hit here that hard. It was like 50 miles away from where I'm at.
Oh, you was away from the epicenter.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, no, I definitely felt it. I saw it shaking. I'm like, what the heck? So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
You
yeah,
know what? When I was out there, I felt a lot of shaking all the time, and I thought it was like me, and I found out it was like micro earthquakes or something like that that was going on, and like because you feel the ground move, but no one says or does anything that you think it's really just you not shaking, but like your emotion. At least that's what I thought it was for me. It was like my emotion or whatever, because I never felt the earthquakes, but in my bed, I'd be like, oh, it's moving, or in my room, it's like moving a little bit, and then just go away. I'm like, oh, that's probably just my imagination. Two
man.
years later, oh, micro.
But
yeah.
but no, I would say today I know because I have a new monitor. That thing started shaking. I'm like, what the heck? So yeah, I mean,
There you go. Now back to weather reporting. Now that you guys have the information that's like realistic.
well, hey, I just listened to a bunch of different sources, and that was like 2 days ago.
And that was
I
two.
don't believe the news.
Mhm. I mean, this one's pretty accurate. I mean, I'm still waiting to see this wind. I keep telling people I'm a Cali kid and I believe in earthquakes and I believe don't bother me unless that's over 6. But hurricanes, hey man, it's a little interesting. I mean, it's raining, but I'm waiting. I told them if I don't see a person or something blow by me, in the next, man, this ain't, but whatever.
Do you know about? Were you out there with that tornado that hit South Central a couple of years ago?
Was who out there?
Were you out there like around like
I'll be
when?
in South Central.
Huh?
How the hell would I be in South Central?
Well, I'm just saying, were you out there like around that area at the time?
No. Why
Oh,
would I
okay.
be? I mean, a lot of tornadoes actually cruise around over there, right?
No, I didn't know that. I only know about the big one, or was it Compton? It was either South Central or Compton.
I
But
mean,
I only know about the. I only saw the one because that crowd was posted everywhere on social media.
I would have thought it was Long Beach, but I mean, because that's where most of them are, because that's where the water is. But Compton, yeah, sure,
Yeah, no, this one. Well, this was a couple of years ago, by the way. But yeah,
yeah. Again, you do understand there's a tornado like maybe once a year over there.
nope, I never knew. Like, I mean, I put it like this: the last time I saw a tornado, I was living in Oklahoma.
I never
Okay,
saw a tornado. I just heard of them.
let's be 100% accurate here, just in case one of our listeners tries to say some.
Mhm.
They're called water spouts. Do you know what the difference between a tornado and a water spout is?
Isn't that the one that's like in the ocean and it kind of like the water is going up into the air?
That's a I forgot the name of it, but I know that that's something else.
Okay, that's something else. Okay.
It isn't considered a tornado until it touches the earth.
Yes, that I know. Oh, so that's what a water spout is? Basically, it's just a tornado that doesn't touch the earth.
Well, it has to, like, the funnel actually has to hit the ground to be called an actual tornado.
Oh,
Besides that, it's just around. But they cause a lot of damage down there. They'll like boats up and like come, but they don't actually get completely, like, they don't touch the ground and just start going through neighborhoods and it up. That's what they have the gang members for down there. It's all good. You know, it's a different topic.
I mean, it's an interesting topic. Yeah, I didn't like I said, I didn't know anything about. I never heard of that stuff. Mind you, I'm probably because I'm not down there, but yeah, I never heard of that. Like, I know, I had a tornado where I'm at, but that was like back when I was a kid, and that was like very rare, and didn't last that long. It was like in the middle of the desert,
Mhm. The
but
one that the one that was talked about a few years ago, I don't think it's the same one you're talking about. That thing did some pretty gnarly damage, but it was all on the pier. Like it touched down and like it a lot of rich people up down there. That's why they
mm.
talked. Nobody's gonna talk about no tornado in Compton. What's it gonna do? Do about $100 worth of damage? Fuck out of here. Tornado tornado went through the projects and got robbed.
It
Yep.
stopped and headed the other way.
These made a strand of weed out of the tornado, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, that shit is amazing, though. Actually, damn, they could do that.
Oh well, actually, they're saying there was one in Compton in May of this year.
Like I said, did you hear about it? You just said a few years ago, so you didn't even. They just
No,
did
I didn't
one.
hear
Of
about this one. This one is something that
course, 'cause you won't hear about tornadoes. That what are they gonna do? They're gonna the Compton people are gonna say it's gentrification.
You know what I was thinking of a vortex. That's what I was thinking of. I don't
isn't
know
it.
why I was thinking of vortex when we was talking about the water spouts.
You see,
White
right?
people bring in tornadoes to to the hood. Gentrification.
Yep.
Anyway, look, I'm not gonna lie. I want it to happen. I don't know. Call me destructive and anarchy if you want to. I just want that to happen. I want the tornado to happen. I want all types of shit to happen.
Did you say you want a tornado to happen?
I do.
What the?
You can call me destructive or whatever. Look, I want it to fucking happen. Let it happen. Let nature take its course.
I mean, look, I don't mean I don't want to like kick it with that mother, but I wouldn't be opposed to sitting on my little hilltop and seeing it in the distance. Like that motherfucker look dope.
That right there, yes, right there.
I want to sit there and be like, yo, that's. I want to be like just sitting in my lawn chair, like that motherfucker look dope over there. It looked like some off weird science. Like I wonder if you get in that, can you be teleported to another place that's not this show?
You rise slowly into the cloud.
Hmm?
Yeah, there you go. Now you've been transported. You rise slowly. You if you get into the eye, you rise slowly into the cloud.
Because people talk about tornadoes and they just say, "Oh my God, it's a scary funnel thing." But then when you actually watch like storm chasers, it's not just that. It's like a whole system around the damn thing, and it's like lightning in that and thunder and rain. It's like a whole production to make one of those things. So I think it will be kind of dope, and I don't to see one. But again, I don't want to be like close enough that I can ask it for ID. Like I don't need to be that close, but I can be able to see it and be like, "Yo, that's just dope."
Yeah, I do that. That's right. That's what I want. I want it to pass by close enough where I can see it from a distance, but it
Hmm.
won't fuck up my like. Oh, do you have renter's insurance or anything like that going on? Like, no, I just want to be like, okay, there it goes, there it is, there it goes. Nothing to do with me. Or you know what? Just go to downtown. Just have a
Yeah,
version. Go down to the strip. I'm fine
yeah.
with
Just
that too.
go to Compton. I don't need it. I don't need this here. I mean, just like this hurricane, I'm like, man, like I've seen a lot of rain, but it's supposed to when it was they like this morning they were like it's still a level 1 hurricane. I'm like, okay, that's like 100-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, that's so basically Fast and the Furious winds should be sliding through this and now it's tropical storm, so it's only about like a 65. I'm like, okay, it's when it hits the depression, it's gonna be like Santa Ana winds, some normal Fontana over here. Like, nobody cares about that.
That gives me an idea of the next Fast and the Furious movie. Actually, since you said it, they should
Uh,
incorporate a tornado within that and just have them jump into it and ride around that thing.
I mean,
Look, at
again,
this point, what have they not incorporated in the Fast and the Furious?
I'm telling everybody that if you actually want to see part of Fast and the Furious, watch Homeboys in Outer Space because that's how Homeboys in Outer Space started for Fast and Furious.
Really? Let me
Well,
look this up. Not look it up. I want to see it because I want
in
to
my
watch it.
in my head it did because there was a Fast and the Furious where two black guys went into space in like a DeLorean or some shit, or Fiero. And then if you watch the TV show Homeboys in Outer Space, it was two in a hoopty flying around space. So I mean, in theory, yeah, yeah. It was one light skinned dude and one dark skinned guy, and then
Is
it
that
was
Sinbad?
what?
What?
Yeah. Oh, I know who that. I know who that is.
And
Well, I
where?
mean, from the
And
picture, it
Homeboys in
looks like
Outer
it's
Space?
Sinbad. And then, have you guys ever seen One on One? The show One on
Yeah,
One?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he
Flex.
so he
Flex.
knows so he's seen it, but I don't know where you're getting Sinbad from.
That
Because the
is
guy
not
looks like Sinbad.
that
Like
not
I'm
Sin.
not zooming in on him.
That
Okay,
is
no.
Sinbad. Oh, bro, you are right. That is Flex. But that is not Sinbad. No.
Okay, no, you're right. It's not. It's just that when I looked at it right off the bat, I'm just looking at the faces. I didn't even click on it, so it's like kind of blurry. And I'm like, that looks like Flex, and this dude, the short dude, looks like Sinbad. And I'm like, okay,
Adam,
That is
but it was,
Do you have an
huh?
issue with light skinned? Just wondering.
Why? Because that looks like Sinbad.
Does every light skin look like Sinbad to you?
You don't look like Sinbad to me.
Wah, wah,
No.
wah.
See, no. You just need to up your comedy game. Then I would probably see like, yeah, my boy, he's like Sinbad. Oh no, man.
I'll just
No.
say that dude's clearly not Sinbad. I don't even think he's
Look,
that tall as Sinbad.
no, because like I'm looking at the picture, but I didn't click on the picture. So it's kind of like a distance. So the guy looks like Sinbad a little bit to me. Not like the Sinbad now. I'm talking like a younger Sinbad and everything.
Sinbad
That
like
version.
6 foot though.
Wait, say it again.
Yeah, he does.
Sinbad was like 6 foot though.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
but I
tall.
mean, like the way he looks right now in the space, because it's like them in space. So I just see them the background in space, and it says "Homeboys in outer space," and it shows them like pointing towards the sky while they're in outer space. So it does look like Flex is taller than him, but it's just because of the height difference. They're not standing or anything.
No, no, Flex is way taller than that guy.
Okay,
Because
there
I
it is. Now I
keep
see it.
wanting to say that guy is Daryl Bell, but I could be wrong.
No, I'm looking at another picture, and he is short.
No, I keep saying I think that guy was Daryl Bell, but I could be
You're
wrong.
right. No, no, he's Daryl Bell.
Yep.
I see all the information right now.
Yep. Right up on the screen. Yep.
Yes. Oh no.
Why the is Flex. His actual name is Flex. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought his character's name was Flex.
Yeah, I think he's one of those actors where like if you don't call him by his real name, he won't respond.
I kind
What?
of like that. He gets more like exposure. Like this is my name. I played. This is the character I play. His name is my name. So if you look it up, this guy named this in this show, then it'll automatically pull up his information.
Yeah, there's like a I forgot, is it Tony Danza? I forgot, but there's another actor that's like that where like if you don't call him by his actual name, he won't respond. So they always had to use his actual name.
Like he knows you're calling him, but he just won't respond.
Yeah, exactly. G from the future, and I just want to say this because I don't want to misrepresent people. It's not that they're called by different names and they're just being an a-hole to make it harder on the crew. It's that for some reason, if you call them by a different name, they just don't think it's them and they won't respond. So, example, I'll just use Flex as an example. So, let's say Flex is doing a line and his character's called, I don't know, Brian. So he'll do the line and they'll be like, so Brian, what do you think? And he'll just miss the cue because for some reason, if you call him by another name, he seems to have an issue with processing it. So he'll just miss a cue. So one more example, let's say Flex is doing a scene in a high school and he is talking to somebody else and the person comes up and says, hey, what's up, Brian? He's still going to be talking to the other person and miss his cue when he's supposed to turn around and do his line and say, oh, how you doing? Because it's not his name, so he doesn't process that you're talking to him. He's thinking you're talking to somebody else. So that's all I wanted to add, because once again, I don't want to misrepresent people. I like they're just being a-holes, because from my understanding, that's not what it is. And now with that being said, let's go ahead and go back to the podcast. I don't think it's Tony Danza. It's somebody else. I forgot who it was. But yeah, he's one of those guys. That's why I said when like those actors have to use their name, it's probably because like if you like call him by like a character name, your name's Adam, but if I called you like Deshaun, you probably won't respond. So we had to keep you as Adam.
He was pretty active in the early like 1980s and early like to early 2000s.
Who?
Flex.
Well, he wasn't in the 1980s, was he?
Yeah, he's in the 1980 show right here.
In what?
It's a different world.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can see that.
I'm like,
no, wait. I could be wrong. That's Daryl. That's in a different world.
Yeah, I was
I
about
don't
to
see
say,
Flex.
talking about the, because Daryl Bell was Cockroach. No, my bad.
His
No.
fucking name.
So, on different world, he was a pledge. He was a cockroach.
He was a pledge. You said okay, so he's a pledge. And the pledge
That's
is
when
considered
was
a
a little
cockroach.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Okay.
Daryl was one of the main stars of on side of Kadeem Hardison in a different world.
Okay. I get that. Because if you just said that his fucking name was Cockroach on that show.
Because I started getting
Look.
him. You do know that was from Cosby Show.
Yeah, it said something about the Cosby Show. I'm just not reading it. And guess what? Sinbad's in the show. So it
Yes,
wraps all the way around. So
Sim-
look.
on the first couple seasons of A Different World. Yes, but on Cosby Show, Theo's best friend was Cockroach. And that dude ended up being Martin's best friend on the Martin Show.
Wait, what?
I
Huh.
remember the Cosby Show a lot 'cause I used to love watching that show. But it's
Yeah,
been some years since I watched it, so I probably don't remember his
yeah.
name, but his
Name was
nickname was Cockroach.
name was Cockroach. Yep.
And you said, wait
I
a minute.
just
Wait. I
I'm
think I
just
got. Go ahead, Adam. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, G.
No, go ahead, Adam. Cool. Go ahead.
I'm just
No,
trying to figure out in the early 1990s and late 1980s, where the fuck did these names come from? we're just gonna put you on the show, and your nickname's gonna be Cockroach. How
Well,
the fuck?
yeah. I mean, it worked. It was a catchy thing, but
I'm
what were you confused about, G?
No, okay. So Daryl, you said he was in Martin. He was Martin's best friend.
No, I
Oh,
said Daryl Bell was on a different world. I
yes.
said Cosby Show again, and this is why I keep telling you you didn't understand this shit.
Oh,
Cosby Show's Theo's best friend was Cockroach. That was what's his name? Carl, was it Carl Anthony Payne? And
okay.
then dude ended up being Martin's best friend on Martin.
Okay. Cause yeah, I'm like I don't remember Daryl being in Martin.
No, but Cockroach was.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
But
with you.
like 80% of motherfuckers from the Martin show shot through the Cosby show at one point or another.
Did they?
Well, most of the black
I'm
actors.
looking at the cast. It's a long list of cast of people, but that's good. You have some famous people like singers on there and everything. Like,
The
and
Wait a
Cosby
they're
minute.
all famous, you know. Like,
Wait a
but
minute.
I mean, like,
What show you talk about? Different World or Martin?
a different world. I'm
Oh
looking at
yeah,
the cast right now.
yeah,
Jada
Different World.
Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, a bunch of people that came from a different world.
What was it? Wasn't the actual show? Or was it like a skit show?
Wait, you've
no,
never seen
it was
a
no
different
skit
world?
show. Oh yeah,
No, I was born in 1990.
so was G. The fuck? Get out of here. We're not going through this again, but I am so right. Championship belt
You're not
acquired.
right.
Bro, your homeboy right here just said he was born in 90, so he don't remember none of this shit. But you
Yeah,
Nope.
do?
but Keith does. Keith had my back. He said, "Yeah."
I did it.
Oh,
I never even watched a different world.
Okay, yeah, that's weird. I don't know how you don't watch a different world. That is
I've
like
never. You know what my childhood consisted of? Cartoons, and that's what I stuck with.
my childhood consists of cartoons too, probably more than you, and I still watch a different world.
I don't know about that, man. Like I didn't watch Martin until I was older. The most I liked to watch was the Wayne brothers. Yeah, the Wayne Bros.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Probably a couple other shows, but
Wait a
that's
minute.
it.
Okay. So wait,
That's.
are you
I'm
telling
not
me?
even gonna
Wait,
lie. I've never
wait,
seen
hold on.
Martin growing up until I was an adult.
Wait a minute.
exactly.
No,
Exactly.
no, Anthony.
Look,
I'm not
see,
gonna.
I've just
Are
dropped
you
a damn bomb on y'all.
no? Are you telling me? Are you
No,
telling
he
me that
didn't.
at no point? Are you telling me, Adam? At no point did you ever walk into the room and your mom didn't have Martin on?
No, see, we was poor. Let me tell you what we had. We had TV sometimes, and other times we didn't. We had a bunch of DVDs that we would really watch. It wasn't until I actually got older that we actually was able to watch watch TV. Like, I mean, we had it, yeah, but it was like it was kind of I don't know how to say it.
Dude, I
Um,
know plenty of people who are poor that like went over to the homie's house and watched Martin. That at least got to see Martin
Yeah,
because they
see,
had that.
I
Oh,
really didn't get a chance to go over my friend's house. When I went over your house, I had to sneak over your house half the time because my mom didn't know that I was going over there. But my mom went to school at the same time, so I was left to my own devices,
Oh.
which is why usually on Wednesdays, when I would stay so long at your house, it was because I would usually go to the movie theaters and stay there from the time we got out of school till around 9 o'clock at night until she was able to pick me up and take me home.
That makes a lot more sense, Adam.
So
I'm just so
my childhood is
I'm so
it's
glad you
not
came.
rough,
Wait.
but
Go ahead.
different.
What are you going to say, James?
So glad. I'm so glad you came on here today to confirm this.
He does.
Homie, you
He
shut the fuck
doesn't
up
count.
about this.
He doesn't count.
Let's count. He
He
just
Wait,
said
doesn't.
no.
what counts? What?
Like, what did he say? He said he was too poor to have a TV, and I don't know how I just go
Oh,
over his homie's house to
bro,
watch this stuff. But no,
said
that
the
doesn't count.
same.
Because
He
I
said the
couldn't really. I was. My mom was overprotective, but not in the. I love my mom, but she was overprotective, and there was a lot of things I was able to do, and there was a lot of things I wasn't able to do.
Okay, hold
And then
on.
some things that my brother was able to do, because you met my brother. he's able to do. I wasn't able to do those things
Okay,
until I was not an actual adult.
okay, hold on. When did you first listen to an NWA album or Dr. Dre album?
Um, I went over my uncle's house, and I was, I think, 13, 14.
So you were
Thank you.
basically a shelter kid.
Yeah, but
So
then
that
again,
doesn't help
I
you at all
didn't.
out, James. No, you ain't won this.
I was, but it was also because, like, you know, I just we just my mom didn't have those, like, she did, your parents would buy DVDs or CDs and everything. All my mom bought was like Christian based CDs and everything. I didn't listen to that. I didn't want to. And then, but that's why I love jazz right now, because like growing up, I had a choice. I could have listened to Jazz 94.7 before it became like an R&B station, or I could listen to Radio Disney. And guess which one I chose?
Of course, you and your Disney child stuff.
Dude,
I didn't pick fucking Disney. Shut
you're
up.
sitting, say, you're
I listen to
saying
jazz, man.
you're sitting here saying that doesn't prove my point,
It
but he
doesn't.
was a sheltered kid. 13 or 14 years old was when most people would kind of start dabbling into rap music. Not when they were fucking 4, bro.
That
Like
is not true.
Actually, man, I'm not gonna lie. That does sound like you start to pick the genre of music you want to listen to when you 13, 14, because you have more freedom. You're actually able to do. When you're 4, it sounds like you're just listening to what your parents are listening to.
thank you.
And you listen to what your cousins listen to, you listen to what your uncles listen to, you listen to
But
all
you
this stuff,
don't
and then you
I mean,
understand.
yeah, you
You don't
do, but I mean,
understand.
like you're with your parents majority of the time.
yeah, but I still listen to that stuff. I still listen to Easy E. I still listen to. I can't say NWA. I did not listen to NWA until I got older. I'll give you NWA,
But
but
can you recall it? Can you recall listening to it
I
and being able to be like,
yes,
oh, I'm going to listen to this when he was 4,
yes. I
instead of
like
just being like,
again. My grandma had MTV when I was a kid. She had MTV. So like I said, like one of my first freestyles I ever did as a kid was to Snoop Dogg's what's it called it. I was about to say Dre Day, but that's not it. It's nothing but G thing was my first freestyle.
I like that. Okay.
So yeah,
Man,
what
I
he's saying
remember in
is not
fourth
true.
grade, I heard the thong song on radio, and I went around singing that when I was over at my babysitter's house. I went around singing that at school. Let me see that thong,
Song came out in the
baby.
late 90s.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
wait, what's it the late '90s? I thought it was the early 2000s. What's the late '90s?
It could have been the
it
early
was late
2000s.
90s. No, it was
No,
90s.
No.
it could have been the early 2000s too, because I was it was like right around there. It was like 99, 2002, somewhere in that little area, like that little
Yeah.
bubble right there.
You know what? I'll
So
go. Yeah, fourth grade. Fourth grade, I was. Fuck, how old was I?
that you were
How
born
old
in
are you
90.
normally?
Oh wow. Okay, so we both were kind of right. It was literally on the cusp.
Because
So
it was on the radio, and I don't remember when it came
yeah,
out. But I remember I love that song,
'99.
and
So
I think I was 10. I was
yeah,
10, I think.
yeah, it came out in
Mhm.
'99. So yeah, it was literally we both you and me were kind of right because it's literally at the late '90s, going to the early 2000s.
I had the year pretty spot. So I
Yeah,
mean, but again, that's because I lived it, and you just lived it vicariously through people like me, in reruns. So, I mean, your boy here is confirming that,
he ain't
yes,
confirmed nothing.
didn't watch A Different World and all of that Martin shit
He's
until
the
it was
only.
in
He's probably the
Haitian.
only black person on this podcast that never watched A Different World. So he doesn't
Look,
That
count.
okay, no, no, no. That
you
that
can't
that
say I don't count with that.
See, hold on though. The justification and the part that you never quite got is the fact that I never said you didn't watch any of the shit. I
Mm-hmm.
said you never watched any of it in real time. You watched it in reruns. And
I'm
Keith confirmed it that day because
Ah,
he said Martin was always on. And
yes.
yes, of course but Martin was not always on when it first came out. It came on one time every week. That
I
was it. So when you guys started watching it, was reruns and it was on all fucking day.
No, because I do not remember a
Not
time
all
in my
day, but I
childhood.
do.
I do
I
not
do
remember a
remember
time
that.
in my child. Okay, go ahead, Adam.
Go ahead, G. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, I do not remember a time when I was growing up that Martin or the Freshman was not on. So, or
Because
Family
that's
Matters.
when it
Wait,
was.
hold up. Wait. Are we going to include the Fresh Prince in here? Because that's different. I did watch that show. I remember that
I
on
did.
fucking what channel was that? 5? I don't know what fucking channel it was, but I know it came on and it was like a 2 hour, a 1 hour block, or like sometimes in just a 30
Oh, you
minute
talking about
episode.
TGIF?
I don't know
Uh,
what channel it was. I just know it was like channel 5 or some channel
Yeah, but I don't
that
think
the
it
Fresh
started on
Prince
T.
came on.
Yeah, but I don't think it started on TGIF. I think it started on a different channel when it first came out.
So that's when I was watching it. Like,
started
and
on
we could only have an
NBC.
hour
God damn
block of
it!
it.
Nobody's listening. Fresh Prince started on NBC,
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't. Yeah, I
What channel
remember.
was that?
Channel 4.
Yeah,
See, wait, okay, so then Channel 5
that was KTLA.
or
Yeah.
7, I don't know, 5, 7, or 11. That's just what I'm gonna go with. It was one of those
11
fucking
was
channels.
Fox. 7 was it ABC.
Yes.
So
It's
So then
KCal.
maybe it was Fox.
Yeah. KCal, NBC, ABC, fucking CBS, and Fox.
who the hell watched CBS?
But I
Uh,
do remember that it was when I did watch it, they were talking about a new episode coming up next for the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Not all the time, but just a couple of
Yeah,
times.
But Fresh Prince is a little bit different. But Martin, because Fresh Prince was something that you could watch as like it was like more kid friendly.
That's
That's
probably why I ended up watching
what
it.
Fresh Prince was catering towards. Same thing with Family Matters. Like he brought up Family Matters. Yeah, Family Matters was more of a kid friendly show. Martin was not. Different World was not. But Cosby Show was. But when they spun off into a different world, it turned more of adult content.
yeah.
So
Wait,
not a
was
lot.
it Cosby Show first, or was it a different world first?
Cosby Show.
Cosby Show was first.
Oh,
Cosby Show
okay.
on. If you ever actually watch the shows, the Cosby Show spun off into a different world because Denise ended up going to college. So the first year of Different World, Denise is there as a college student, and actually, uh, uh, Claire and Cliff from the Cosby Show come to visit Denise at college, and Theo goes and visits her in college. I think Rudy does too. Like all the Cosby cast goes over and visits Denise in college.
Yeah.
Was it always based around Denise, or did it switch off to like?
The first year it was, and then it may have been the second season too. And then after that, Denise goes and finds herself, and she goes back to the fucking Cosby Show and gets married. So then um Kadeem Hardison leaves school to go visit Denise at the fucking Cosby Show and finds out she's married. So they keep interacting, they keep intertwining both shows. But yeah, after that it started being more about like Jasmine Guy and Kadeem Hardison.
That's kind of cool. I like that. I like how they did that because correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of shows did not or do not do that. They don't intertwine, especially when you have one character leaving to a whole nother, then it becomes this, and then it's just, well, these are
Yeah,
two separate shows, and that's that.
if you
Or one
watch
ends.
like if you go back and watch the show, it's so fucking crazy because they literally try to keep the integrity of that's why the show started, even though the main character leaves and it becomes about other people. Just like the fact that you brought up like Jada Pinkett and all those people, they didn't come until the last fucking year. Like the last year of that show when it was pretty much going off the air, they started throwing everybody in that shit.
Mm,
Oh shit. Well, it sounds interesting so to me.
yeah.
Then we go
It's a
watch a couple episodes sometime.
It's very cool. And like even in that, in the middle of that show, the craziest part is the LA riots happen in the middle of that show, and they intertwined the fact that the riots happen in the show.
Oh, for real?
I like that. They include world events.
Like in the show, fuck, I don't want to give it away just in case y'all watch it, but I mean, in the show, basically, some of the characters end up going on a break to LA, and they go hang out in LA, and then like literally when they're in LA, the verdict drops, and they're uh like on Rodeo Drive, and they're like, damn, that sucks. And then the next thing you know, like the fucking riots start because I don't know if you guys remember. I mean, hell, G lived it, but I don't know if you remember, but when that verdict happened that day, everybody was like, what the fuck? Everybody was watching their TVs like, what the fuck? And then literally like an hour later, shit, everything just went to shit. Like people started breaking into shit, and people were reporting, oh my God, then Reginald Denny got his ass whipped, and then the next thing you know, just that sparked weeks of just looting and burning and pillaging and shit like that. So they put that in the fucking show.
Yeah. I
Like they
mean,
were stuck in department stores, and like they were fucking scared to shitless, and people were just running around breaking into shit. And they put in the accurate telling because these dudes were not breaking into like white people's stores. They were breaking into fucking black people's shit because they just wanted shit at that point. So they were trying to say like, yo, this isn't right. But then the people were like, fuck that. This person and that person, like there was like an Asian dude. He was like, man, I fucking help your families out. I'm in this community too. They were like, fuck you, you're not part of us. And they were like just fucking up everybody's shit.
Damn.
That show was dope. Yeah, G, you
Yeah,
remember that
definitely
part?
gotta watch a couple episodes now.
Yeah, dude. Like the first couple of seasons, honestly, that show was supposed to be canceled after the first season. It wasn't really like it really didn't get a lot of popularity. But you can tell when they started transitioning, when they started like deleting characters like Sinbad and like fucking they kind of left the Cosby shit, but they kept intertwining it in, and they just went in a different route. I guess they were
Wait,
fighting like all the time
was a
about it.
different world? Was Sinbad a professor?
No, he was
Okay, never mind.
a dorm director.
Okay,
I think
never
he was
mind
a
then.
basketball coach.
So I know I've seen a show, and you know what? But I don't want to guess. It probably wasn't. It's probably just some other show.
I'm gonna wait for him to say he was watching Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
I was just about to say that. What the fuck? I literally was just about to say that. I was
just from his
What?
literally just about to say that. Holy
just from
shit.
his statement earlier, I was like, he's talking about Hanging with Mr.
I
Cooper,
was
bro.
just about to say that. It sounded like hanging with Mr. Cooper.
hmm Nah, Sinbad was a dorm director who was the basketball coach.
Okay, then no, it wasn't. And I didn't. I only seen like a little bit. You know, when you've seen like the intro to a show, or you watch a little bit, you're flipping through the channels. It was like that.
Adam, what
Yeah,
shows did you? Oh, my fault. My fault. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
shit. If you saw the intro to that show, you would know he wasn't a professor. In the intro, all he does is spin a basketball on his finger and laugh.
No, okay, dude, that wasn't it.
Oh man,
All right, Adam. What shows did you used to watch as a kid?
he told you cartoons.
Um, Cartoons, Cartoon Network, Toon Disney, Nickelodeon. I used to watch. I know some like regular real people shows on. I used to watch The Nanny. I like that show. That's
Oh wow.
something.
Fran Drescher.
Let's see. Huh?
And Drescher.
Yeah.
He's like, I
Um,
is.
let's see. It was the Cosby Show. It was
Wait. Okay, hold on. No, I want to stop you
Fresh
there.
Prince.
I want to stop you
Some
there. Wait,
episodes.
Adam,
Oh,
I want to stop you there. Okay,
yes.
Cosby Show. Are you talking about the original one? Or are you talking about the one that came out after, like the newer one?
What
Oh,
do you mean? I'm talking about the what? What?
There
Isn't
was
there
two.
only
oh,
one Cosby Show?
There's two.
oh my God! There's only one, The Cosby Show. The other one was called Cosby. And correct me if I'm wrong, Flex was in that one.
I
Maybe.
don't know. The one I seen was the Cosby Show.
The
It had
Cosby.
him, his wife, the kids growing up, school. He was a doctor. That was the only Cosby Show.
Yep, that's The Cosby Show. Cosby's completely different.
I don't remember Cosby.
Yes,
I
I
don't think
know.
I've ever even seen it.
But you are rational. You understand that you watch the Cosby Show more than likely on one of the networks you just said, Cartoon Network or one of these. So it was in
Oh yeah,
syndication.
because the Cosby Show came on Nickelodeon
Yes, watched
later
it.
on at night.
You watched it in syndication. That's all. Those are reruns. That's how
Okay,
you.
so yeah.
Now G swears he watched the Cosby Show real time,
I
which
know. I
means
never said Cosby
I
Show. Don't. I never said
said,
Cosby
okay,
Show.
okay. See, now he's changing it.
I didn't change. I said
Go back and
Martin.
listen to that podcast.
I never said the Cosby
Said
Show.
said I watched Cosby, and I'm like the Cosby Show. He says
Yes.
no. So
Hold
he
on.
watched Cosby, which came out way later. That fucking flopped. That it was only a couple seasons of that shit.
Hold on. Listen to my argument because, like I said, I used to get those two mixed up. That's what I was saying.
I don't know how, but
Because I didn't watch the Cosby and the Cosby. Like I wasn't a big fan of those shows. So I just used to watch them because they'd be on. And I used to get them confused. I didn't know which one was the Cosby show or the Cosby at the time because they all had a lot of similar people. So I thought they were the same show. Or I thought one was the older one. This was the spinoff. I didn't know they were two different ones. I didn't watch it like that.
it wasn't a spinoff. It was a
I
totally different.
okay, but I'm saying I didn't understand it like that because I didn't watch Cosby or the Cosby show like that.
You watched Cosby, bro, and you told everybody you did, and you got it
I
mixed up.
said I watched it, but I said I didn't watch it like that.
I'm about to look this up right now.
Yes, this
Cosby.
Cosby and yes, the Cosby. Yes, I watched both. I used to get mixed up. I didn't watch them like that. I wasn't into them like that.
Watch. Oh,
But
shit.
I did
But
watch them. Now I
yes,
said Martin. I saw. I didn't say the
yes.
Cosby show.
You saw Martin the same way Adam saw the Cosby Show on.
No, I saw. I told you. I don't remember even as a child the Martin not being on. So no, I watched it
Yes,
as
you watched it all the time as a kid. And that again does not, that's when it was in syndication and it came on Nick or fucking whatever
no. It wasn't Nick. It was the
or
actual
B.
station. I remember because my mom used to
Okay, yeah,
probably.
no, I definitely watched the fucking reruns because I wasn't born in 1984. I was 2 years old in 1992 when it ended. Yeah, nope, nope. I only watched that. I only watched reruns.
Yes, well, he's back on his, he watched Martin and comprehended the shit when he,
I didn't say comprehended, but I said yes. I did used to watch it. I remember because when I was a kid, my mom used to prop me up in front of the TV and used to be on. So yes,
yes,
I did used to watch
okay. So you were propped up in front of a fucking TV staring at it, and now you're saying, yeah, so I watch Martin all the time.
it. Yes.
But Martin only came on once a week.
Okay.
So you couldn't watch it all the time. You watched it reruns all the time, and you still couldn't comprehend because you were still too young.
But I'm still saying I still watched
Uh,
it.
yes, but you did your art. See, now we're about to fucking finally complete this whole thing. Thank you, Adam. You fucking said you watched it in real time.
Yes.
You did not. You just admitted right now you watched it all the time. Your mom propped you up and you stared at the fucking TV.
Yes.
And it was in syndication on a fucking some other network, Comedy Central or whatever the fuck it was on. And you watched it all the time. You still couldn't comprehend it, but you were staring at the TV and you're like, yes, I watch Martin all the time. You didn't. Martin came on once a week and it came on late at night.
Yes, and I used to
So,
watch it.
but you did not. You just want people to. You're like that one kid who like got a cut and had a band like got a band-aid on it and went to school and showed everybody like, ooh, look, yeah, it's cool. And I got stitches and my arm was busted and my bone was like sticking out. Wow, man, cool. Can I touch it? No, no. They said if you touch it, my arm will blow up and turn into a transformer or some shit. Like you're making this shit up, dude.
I am not making it up.
You watched Martin when it was in syndication as reruns as a
No,
child. You did
no,
not watch.
because I remember I seen the series finale. Yes, I remember watching the series finale when it was
Oh,
showing, when it was ending.
so you watched the series finale.
Yes.
So now you that's it. You saw one episode.
No, I mean I'm saying 'cause I know I watched it. 'Cause I remember the last episode. I saw the last episode when it was being aired, the
And how do
original
you
one,
know this?
because I watched it.
How do you know this?
Because I watched it.
Someone's told you. Someone told you what a series finale was.
No, I just knew it. I just knew it because I watched it, and then it stopped coming on. Or did they announce it was serious? No, I can't remember. It's years ago.
So you don't even know.
No, I do know I did watch the series finale. I do remember that for a fact. Cause I remember they were all in the room. Then everybody came on saying congratulations. Will Smith was on the episode, and everybody was in the
All
room
right,
watching
I'm
it.
gonna let y'all know the shows that I watched growing up. Okay, so I seen some of the Family Matters. I wasn't really into the show. I just liked some of it.
Wow.
I seen some of the Jeffersons, Fresh Prince, of course, the Wayne brothers, of course. I seen some of the Steve Harvey show because I really wasn't into it. I seen some, but this and then Sanford and Son reruns, some of it. I love the George Lopez show. Let's see. I liked the Jamie Foxx show, but I wasn't like sticking with it. I love Sister Sister, the Bernie Mac show. I love because I felt like, yeah, yeah, we would all get the belt. I seen some of Full House, and as a side note, my daughter loves the show. She loves Fuller House, the one that's really new on Netflix. Um, let's see. I watched the game, but not the new one, the old one. Yeah, I don't know how many there are, but the one that came on BET, the Drew
Yeah, no,
Carey
there's
show.
one.
Okay,
Oh, there's
so
more.
no,
No, there's only one, but they continued it.
yeah,
Most people think it's two, but it started over. Like the
Oh yeah,
actual start over is really interesting. I'd say that much.
yeah,
and I haven't seen the start of when they redid the cast because it was like near the end. I was losing interest in it a little bit, and then when they redid it, I was just like, yeah, no, it just made me lose. I might go back and watch it though, but I love
You,
Moesha. Who didn't love Moesha?
I didn't. I
Um,
thought
you didn't like Moesha, man.
this was dumb. I
That
like the
show, I felt like her dad was like my mom in a sense. Like
nah.
you can't do this, you can't do that.
I think it was fucked up what they did to Countess,
Countess, Countess,
the chick that
Countess.
started her sidekick that ended up starting the Parkers.
oh
Oh, I
yeah.
know. Yeah. Wait, she was. I don't even remember her in that.
What, in the Parkers?
No, no, I'm talking about Moesha.
Yeah, she was like what's Moesha's friend, or like what's her best
Yeah,
friend,
she
one
was
of
her
her friends.
sidekick. Yeah.
Yeah,
But she. Okay, wait, no, I know her sidekick, but does she look different?
Nah. She
no,
was she looked the same. It's just
No, no,
they
you're right. She's there.
yeah,
and
they basically dumbed her. They basically made her character like shit because they wanted Moesha to shine,
yeah,
and she's actually
They always made her character like that.
no,
Every show I've seen her, every show I've seen her in, she was always like kind of dumb.
well, not like dumb, like stupid. They dumbed her like her character sucked in Moesha because Moesha was supposed to be the star. But then when she started in the Parkers, they were like, man, this chick is actually a better actor, like than fuck Moesha, whatever will be.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
that reminds me. I did watch the Parkers.
Hmm?
Let's see.
the problem is all the shows you
Smart
name?
Guy.
The problem is
I
all these
wish
shows
that's
are on
not.
like different eras.
Yeah, but these are like the shows that I did watch that weren't like cartoons. I was just mainly into cartoons, even as a teenager going, I liked cartoons.
Well,
And some
that's
of them were like adult cartoons, but they were like cartoons nonetheless. I've always drafted towards cartoons more than like actual people shows, which
well
kind
that's
of was like when I went to high school, it was kind of like everyone's watching this show. I'm like, yeah, I don't really like that show because it's kind of, and I gave like valid reasons why I didn't like the damn show. They're like, well, what do you watch? Well, I just watch whatever I like, which is like just reruns of old cartoons or like new cartoons because,
well
some
that's
was,
most
wasn't like overly stupid.
well that's most of us are in that generation.
Yeah, but
How
you still have people that were there in high school and they watched like, shows on HBO or this and that, and they're like, yeah, this is the show that I watched. And it's like, well, what else do you watch? It's like, well, and then you just look at them like, well, I
Oh,
watched this two times, and then it was just like, well, okay, let's talk about it. And they couldn't talk about it because all they would really watch was like Sopranos or The Wire
oh,
or
so you
whatever
mean
the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah. Because that's
so you mean
everyone went to
G?
game. What?
G didn't watch cartoons. Nah, fuck that. G had his life full with Martin and fucking NWA and Dr. Dre. Like he didn't watch no cartoons. Fuck.
What?
I was
You know what?
cartoons. If you watching NWA gang banging and watching Martin all night, the fuck out here.
Don't fucking insult me like that.
Don't
Just
fucking insult
because
me like
you were a
this.
criminal and a
No,
gangster back in the day, don't put me in your category.
no, motherfucker. I was a kid. And when Martin and shit came on, I was an adolescent, so I could watch it. I wasn't fucking a year and a half old like you watching it in real time. Motherfucker, you do understand when Martin went off the air, you were 9.
And I still watched it.
Exactly. So when did you have time for cartoons when you was watching all this gang banging bad shit?
Number one, it didn't come out at the same time.
Chronic came out, you listened to it in real time. That shit came out in like 91. You were
Yes,
3
but
old, bro. When did
yes,
you have time to go listen to Scooby Doo?
again.
Gang banging at that point, dog. You you listened
He
to Tupac.
got you in the Scooby Doo one, man. I
The
know,
fuck?
I know. James, that
Like
was good.
I
That
ex
Scooby Doo
I
one was good.
Like really, bro? All the shit you always talk like, and again, it's funny as fuck because when the older people are on this podcast, you're always with them. Like, yeah, I watch this, I listen to this, man. Fuck yeah. Oh, Too Short, fucking Tupac, fucking those are all my peoples. Dr. Dre and Snoop, those are all my peoples. Fuck yeah. Martin, I watched all of that shit from beginning to end. But then when the other people are on, you're like, what are you talking about? I watched fucking, all of that shit. Jimmy Neutron and the Care Bears. I watched all of it. Ain't no way in hell you did both.
I
Because
yes,
know.
yes,
Jimmy
I
Neutron
did
was pretty
both.
good. I don't
I
know
mean, I
about
didn't,
the
I
Care
didn't,
Bears.
I didn't
I
watch the
do
Care Bears.
remember the
No,
Care Bears, though. I won't lie. I do remember the Care Bears when I was little.
yeah,
I do remember that because it came on. I forgot what network, but there's a couple shows, but they kept doing reruns because
yeah.
it was only like probably like 6 or 7 show episodes, and then that was it.
No, I
And
only
then they
watched.
brought it back again. I'm like, it's not the same. I like Grumpy Bear. Whichever bear is grumpy, get your ass kicked.
I I only watched Care Bears because my mom would turn it on. That's the only reason why.
yeah, see, you hated Care Bears, you hated the Cosby Show. So what the fuck makes me think that you watch Tailspin and the fucking Rescue Rangers? Nigga, like, come on,
What the
like,
Okay,
fuck?
I hated the Rescue Rangers,
What?
but I
Hell no!
love
Rescue Ranger
Tailspin.
was great. What the fuck are you talking about? That was a
No,
great show.
Rescue Rangers was like I didn't like the concept of chipmunks and a mouse being detectives and the cat. Like, come on, the cat would have just ate them. I know it's a cartoon, but I didn't like that shit because I really didn't like Chip and Dale, and I really didn't like fucking. Um, I just didn't like it. Like, really, you guys
Wow.
should have died 27 times over.
Honestly, bro, if you look at it, it's real life. You just have to break it down to look at it the right way. There was a chick who these two brothers was basically going to go bankrupt and have their fucking careers lost trying to get with. But then they also had a drug addicted fucking partner and stop his habits. Because remember, the one dude, the motherfucker used to cheese. That motherfucker
Yes.
was on crack, bro. Like he was 80s getting high as fuck, and he couldn't do his job right. This motherfucker was in so many malpractice suits because he had to go get his fix with cheese. That I mean, obviously those motherfuckers ended up fucking getting their shit bought out by Baloo from Tailspin.
You know what I want to know though too is because Gadget, that's her name. She was a mouse too. Why didn't she have that same damn reaction as Monty? Why the fuck was he the cheese
She
guy
was
and
drugs.
she was not? Yeah, I mean they're mice though. They're mouses. If you have one mouse that's like cheese and the other one that's just like never even mention this shit, like, oh yeah, no, I like cheese or some shit. It's just no. He he's the one. I get the comparison though. I never thought of it
I
that
never
way.
thought of that way. I'll admit
They're
that. Never
teaching.
thought of
They were teaching you little kids that drugs are bad.
Drugs. Anything that you like or anything that might be good for you, done having too much of it is a
It's a
bad thing.
bad thing always.
The shittiest part
Damn.
is if they remade that now, that dude, and I could have sworn his name was Monty, right?
No,
Or
yeah, his name is Monty.
okay, yeah, okay. So in now times he would be sucking dick for cheese
What the
because
fuck?
that's how
Wait,
you do.
did you see the new remake of the Rescue Rangers, or not remake, but the new show?
There's a new show.
No.
Is he
Yeah, it's
sucking
it's a movie.
or
It's a movie
is
that
he
came out on
Hell
Netflix.
no, no.
is he sucking dick or is like the two brothers now fucking make out with each other or
So
Gadget
I'm
has
not going to ruin anything for you, but I'm gonna say this, right?
no, you can ruin
So
all of that shit. I'm never gonna do that. Never.
all right, so what happens is during the whole like Rescue Rangers, right? Where they're like they know they're actors and everything. One of them, Dale, the one with the red nose, he decides that he's gonna go solo. He's gonna do his own shit because like he's getting hyped up by like his manager, and the Rescue Rangers is going so well. So he's just like, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I love all you guys, but fuck all you guys. I'm gonna go do my own thing and make money and do my everything better. Everybody else goes their own way and everything. Some successful, some not. The Fly, Zipper, and Gadget, they get married and they have like a shit ton of kids. And then look, Zipper's voice is the Allstate agent's voice in real life. Like that's what he sounds like. So when he's like Allstate, you are in good hands. That's his fucking voice. So I
So
kid you not.
of course she would marry that motherfucker because he's black.
Well, I mean, in the fact that they were flirting around on the show, you can kind of see it too. And it's kind of funny because he goes and whispers something in her ear, and it's like, "Oh, Zipper, right?" Before this whole marriage thing goes on.
Oh,
But
Zipper, your zipper's down. Well,
but then
Gadget, come fix that shit.
Chip, so he's like, "Oh, I'm living my life as a normal, person, normal everything. I have a dog. You want to see a picture of my dog?" Type shit, right? So then they get back together because Dell is still trying to live his highlight life, and he's basically like one of those celebrities that have their own show now. That's just like, yeah, this is my vlog, and this is all the things I'm doing. You can check me out, and da. He's trying to relive his glory days. So what happens is Monty comes to, I think, Chip or Dale, I forget which one. He's like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I need help, right? So he basically kind of does, in a sense, make himself out to be like this. I fell on real hard times and I fell on hardcore drugs. And cheese really is the representation of that fucking hardcore drug because he's like, yeah, I got some imported cheese from da 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 da, and it costs so much money, and I gotta owe these people back, right? So end of the story is so they're not able to say Monty. And what happens to all these cartoons who owe money or get tricked into this shit, right? They go through this machine that kind of like repurposes the way they look into like a fucking bootleg version of a cartoon or a movie, and they get sold overseas, like into like that lifestyle, basically slavery in a sense. And the person who's behind it and doing it all is fucking Peter Pan, and Peter Pan, like actual Peter Pan, and he has in like, but he's Peter. Think of Peter Pan as like a fucking slum lord. That's basically what it fucking is. And he has a fucking bald patch in the middle of his head and everything. He's like, yeah, this is what I do and shit now. So yeah, that's what happens. And then, but by the end of the show, they don't come back to become the Rescue Rangers again. It's more so like Chip and Dale reunite, and they're like, yeah, and then I guess they go on to be on the police force or some shit like that because Chip was like, oh, I always wanted to be a police officer, do something in detective work, and so now he's actually doing it. And I
So
actually have like a black woman as like the main character as the human who's a police officer.
Dale was diagnosed with ADHD, right?
Dead. Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just telling you. Dale was fucked up. Zipper identified as a fucking fly, but obviously he was black. He's the Allstate dude.
I kid
Gadget.
you not, man. You just need to YouTube it and just listen to his voice because he says stuff.
Dude, I'm telling you, I already know the fucking setup, bro. Gadget has a fucking OnlyFans and suffers from depression. Chip also suffers from depression, but he self-medicates, and he gets on the police force and ends up getting in trouble for beating the shit out of 3 or 4 black people that he got caught on camera doing. But then he gets off, so he's cool. He can go be a private investigator somewhere in some other town and shit. And yeah, Monty was strung out on crack, dude. Like, it's it. Monty's voice should have been Tyrone Biggums.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely believe that, especially when you got older.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
So yeah, I mean, fuck, dude. That's the Rescue Rangers. And again, I'm telling you, Shere Khan bought that company for nothing because those motherfuckers ran it into the ground.
Like kids, just make sure you bring my money on time.
Hey, come on, dog. I just saw the trailer. This was it Saturday Night Live did for the Grinch or for the Oscar the Grouch. Oh my god, that shit was actually fucking hilarious.
Have
oh
you seen the
really?
one? I seen the one for Mario Kart or something like that. That one was funny.
Nah, my homie just sent me a thing about uh Super Mario Brothers. Kind of fucked me up. I was like, what? They were like, yeah, you motherfucker. Obviously, G plays, has seen everything, so he knows that Super Mario Brothers game when he's like, hey, Mario, is not what he's saying. It's actually a word in Japanese. Like he doesn't say it's me, but it's like me or some shit like that means supreme. So he's saying Supreme Mario.
Wait, is this a skit or is this like real?
No, fucking real. They
Oh
were like,
shit.
look the shit up. Like the goddamn Japanese people made the game. So they made the game and the dude says, to me, Mario. And they're like, as Americans, we think the fucker's saying "Hey, Mario. And they're like, oh shit, that's dope. But no, he's actually saying a word, and it's like he's saying the word supreme in Japanese. Like Supreme Mario, like I'm the best, I'm the shit. They were like, that sucks. An Italian dude speaking Japanese.
Holy! I never knew.
Yep.
I didn't know, and I went around saying that shit too.
Yeah,
It's
it's
me.
me, Mario.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No, yeah, that's what I said. I just saw some shit fuck me up. I was like, ow.
I'm gonna have to go pop my son every time he says that now too. It's like, don't you know what that means?
Like, that's not what it. Where's that shit at? Hold on. I think I still got it. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, are you fucking with me, bro? Like, nah, it's dead serious. Look at that. I know it's in here somewhere. Who would have sent me some bullshit like that to ruin my life? I was like, you guys are scumbags. Don't ruin that and the skit the dude did for Excite Bike. They were like, if Excite Bike was real, and it showed the motherfucker like riding his bike and it like fucks up and overheats, and then he goes to the repair shop like, every time I fucking take this bike, it like fucking starts to overheat and starts going wham. He's like, yeah, that's what they do. He's like, what the fuck? This bike's a piece of shit. He's like, no, like learn how to fucking ride the bike. Fuck you. Holy shit. No, so it must have been here.
You know what I want to see? Do they have a skit for Wreck-It Ralph? I want to see that.
I think there is. I don't know. That's an interesting one.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie. You guys know the new Barbie movie that came out? I want to go see it. So I want to go see it. I have a daughter, but I want to go see it. My daughter already seen the movie with my wife, but I want to go see it.
You do
I do. I want to go see the movie. I heard it like, it's a good movie, and it's not just like a girl movie or a chick flick. It's an actual good movie.
Do you have to go by yourself?
Yeah, pretty much.
I have to go in incognito. I think wear a trench coat and shit. But you know what's funny? The shit that they do say about the movie. I haven't seen Toy Story 3, but they said in Toy Story 3, Ken is in there, and Ken basically does this thing where he's just like, I'm tired of being like the side, being like, it's Ken, but Ken is with Barbie, and it's not by himself. Basically, he's like, I want to be me. I don't want to be in a feministic world, right? So in this movie, from what I've read and was told, it's similar. It's like the same thing, and I'm like, okay, look, I can't say I understand it because I haven't seen the movie yet. I have to see it, but I find that like the scenario is like pretty much the same. It's like, are they trying to say like everything has to be run by men in a sense? It's like it's a thing that I'm still trying to wrap my head around of what they're trying to say. But that's one reason why I want to see the movie, so I can see this for myself.
Adam, I would just say this: why don't you go ahead and watch the movie to come back and report it to the podcast?
I do, but I want to let you guys know my thoughts first. And like what is being said about it before I actually see the movie, so that way I can actually understand. Like, yeah, okay. But I'm probably going to see that movie in another 2 months.
Again, I just say you got to see it by yourself.
I'm gonna take my daughter with me, so it's an excuse.
Okay, well you can take her to see it, but then you still have to like see it by yourself, like alone, like by yourself.
I'm just gonna dress up like I said in incognito, put my trench coat on, my hat.
Why don't you just wait for it to come out on DVD or something?
Because it'll be too late then. I need to see this in the movie theaters for research purposes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but with the show Family Matters,
in
right?
Japanese, I just found out that Super Mario, he doesn't really say it's a me, Mario. Wait, what? Yeah, since Nintendo's based in Japan. Okay. In Japanese, itsumi means superb or super. So really, he was saying Super Mario, not it's a me. As an Italian, that one kind of stings.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
So
yeah,
he's
dwell on
saying
that.
Super Mario.
He was saying superb or super.
Wow. Well, that meant.
Oh yeah. To me, in Japanese, I was like, "You sons of bitches."
It's like I can see it. I can see another skit happening. It was like, "Hey, my name is Adam. What's your name?" My name is I'm above you. So
superb Mario, Dick. I'm superb Adam. You're nobody.
My name is Mario, but you can call me Superior.
Me, you can call me Adam. All right, playing with you. I'm the shit. I'll fight everybody.